Hello folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome back to the Football Manager 2021 series, Conquering the Euro with Everton. And today we have a bit of a special episode. You might be sat there thinking, he doesn't usually release videos on Football Manager on a Wednesday. Well, don't worry, you don't need to leave a comment. We did mean to do this. After the last match against Liverpool, I decided to show all of the last 5 games of the Premier League season. And rather than chuck them into one video tomorrow and make that incredibly long, we're going to do the first two matches in today's episode, so a special episode, and then tomorrow's normal episode will be the final 3 games of the Premier League season. If you watched yesterday's episode, you'll know that we lost against Liverpool, but we played incredibly well. That gives us a bit of faith for the next few matches. One thing that did happen after the last episode was that Man City went and played against Stoke, and they drew 0-0. Now, if Man City win their game in hand, they still go a point above us, but it gives us a bit of hope that they only drew against Stoke, and we only got a draw against Stoke, to be fair, but it just gives us a bit of a buffer. They've got Crystal Palace up next Friday, which you'd expect them to win. Then they've got West Ham, Tottenham. That Chelsea game has been delayed. They were going to play Chelsea in place of West Ham, but they played Chelsea a bit later, something that might help us out. But we've got Bournemouth and Manchester United today. Particularly the United game will be tough. And then we've got Newcastle, Sheffield United and the Villa tomorrow. And can you blame me? I'm not going to make any changes to this team that started against Liverpool. Sam Atkinson might have been a player I thought, we're not going to start him. But he played well against Liverpool and he's got a good average rating this year. He's played 9 games for us, albeit 5 of them off the bench, and got an average rating of 7.07. which is more than good enough. So the squad today, we've got Pickford in goal, the usual 4 defenders, Livramento, Almeida, Godfrey and Sanusi, Mattia Viviani and Dennis Sakari in the midfield, Sam Atkinson, Alex Iwobi and Deji Satona in the attacking midfield, and then Reiss Nelson up front. He's now on 18 goals for the season, he's Reiss Nelson, and I'll mention this every video. The media thought he wasn't a striker, and he's a bit pants. Give over. Bournemouth are managed by Zinedine Zidane, which makes me laugh all the time. They're playing at the Medeski Stadium. To be honest, I really don't get that. I have seen another save where they've played somewhere stupid like Ashton Gate. Very bizarre. Let's not worry about the opposition. Let's focus on us. I expect to win today, to put the opposition instructions on. That's something I haven't done much in FM. And I think that when we do the end of season review, I'll allude to a few things that I've done differently this year that might have contributed to us doing well. Not massive things, not me being an idiot in the past and not doing things I should have done, but little subtle things that might well have contributed to our good form so far this year. We've come so far. It's not take that, never forget, I know, but we have come so far this year. We've done very well. We could go and blow it now. I mean, if we beat Bournemouth today, you would suggest that's 5th place guaranteed. We'll have, what's that? So we'll get 2 more, they'll get 1 less. So we'll have 65, 56. We'll have a 9-point buffer. 9-point buffer on Bournemouth with 15 left. You would suggest that's 5th place pretty much wrapped up. We've got to beat Bournemouth though first. Chong shoots and skies it over the bar. As I said, I think I've just said that. I can't remember. I feel like I just have. Apologies if I'm repeating myself. But I think we only got 52 points last year. That just shows how much better we've done this year. And a lovely assist from Sam Atkinson to give Reiss Nelson, number 19 of his season. What a season he's having. I said earlier on in the season that we need a 20-goal a season striker. I'm not sure we've got that. I'd say we have. We bought Deji Satona in to potentially do that, but he's doing just a good enough job on the wing. Marcus Edwards is still injured, so that's why Iwobi's in for him. Iwobi is now 30, so again, he does a decent job, but I think there's a chance for... I mean, Edwards is 28, but we've got players like Russell Lee, who's on the bench. We've got Juan Uranga, or what I think it's Uranga his name is. The one who got sent off in the Norwich game. He might be playing a game in the future. Nelson could have done a bit better with that, but it was well defended, to be honest. Satona hoofs it in, but it cannons off Kera, and the ball goes out for a corner. This feels very similar to the game against Leicester. It very much does. We're dominating early on, and if we can get 2, if not 3 goals early on here in the first half an hour, I will be pleased as punch. We don't want to make this any harder than we need to. Livramento, I thought, could have been sent off and completely derail our plans. But a lot of this really comes down to how Man City get on. I think that unless we completely go and bottle it, remember we've got to go and play Man United next up. This could be a goal. It is for Bournemouth. It's 1 each. It's Sam Atkinson, I think, originally who gives the ball away and gives Bournemouth the chance, which unfortunately leads to that goal. Yeah, it is. It's Sam Atkinson who plays a strange pass, and Bournemouth do well out of it. Please don't make it 2-1. Riquelme into the box. Nearly 2-1. We need to be careful. We need to demand more out of the players. Not be too silly, and make sure we do get the 3 points we need here. As I've just said, a lot of this I think comes down to Man City. As I said, we could bottle it and give Bournemouth 5th place. But realistically, unless we completely capitulate, if we play as well as we had done most of the season, we should get 5th. It's all about whether we can get 4th off Man City. And the best way to try and do that is to go and win every match. City have drawn a few, and if we keep winning, then we give ourselves the best chance. We were on an 11-match unbeaten run until we lost very narrowly to Liverpool last time out. So we haven't got poorer all of a sudden overnight, which need to be careful here because Bournemouth, they're in 6th place. They're a very good side. We can't sniff at them. We can't scoff at them. Iwobi very nearly makes it 2-1. Sam Atkinson is doing a very, very good job. I know he's got an assist, but he's got a solid rating of 7.5 so far. Doing a very, very good job. Playing plenty of balls into the box. Making plenty of opportunities. And him coming into the side was just really a fluke because Marcus Edwards was injured. We've also got Lorenzo Chevalier coming back. He's on the bench today, but he's not ready to make a start. We've got quite a few good players coming back. We've got a goalkeeper coming in. I can't remember what his bloody name is now. Cascao, I think he is, a Brazilian who looks a really good keeper. Let's pump the fists and say, yeah, we've been better at team here. Keep going, doing what you're doing, and we'll be fine. Pickford's doing very well. We've had a lot of clean sheets under Pickford this year, and our defence is top-notch, but Cascao is definitely the man for the future. Pickford's 33 now, and even if Cascao does one season as Pickford's number 2, it should be a big benefit. And if for some reason he isn't happy with playing second fiddle to Jordan Pickford for a year, I can guarantee we'll make quite a bit of money out of him. Deji Satona has a shot, and yeah, went on a bit of a run, did Deji Satona, of scoring goals regularly. But all I've seen from Deji Satona recently is some fairly tame shots. If we draw this, we're 6 points clear of Bournemouth with 4 to go. I'd like to make it 9 ideally, which we can do if we win here. Substitution time. We can't risk Lorenzo. We can't. He's been out for so long, and for him to come on for half an hour here and potentially do more damage would be ridiculous. So Lewis Williams will come on for Deji Satona. Can we get a winner? I think that if we don't, then we're placing a lot of faith in Man City screwing it up. We'll bring Lewis Bates on for Alex Iwobi. We have got another substitution to make, so we'll make it 3 out of 3. We'll bring Viviani off for Ismael Gutierrez. Put the shoot on sight instruction on. Be careful though, because they could very easily go and win it. Could Bournemouth. They've been a side that definitely been in the game today. It's been 50-50 in terms of possession. Our XG's been high, but then our XG was higher against Liverpool and we lost. So, you know, that doesn't really count for too much. Zaidu gets the ball. Now it's back to Sakaria. Oh, poor pass. Is this where I do worry about pushing forward a bit too much. But we're going to do it anyway. You know, as I said, I think we've got 5th place sorted. It's all about trying to push for 4th. But it looks like we're only going to get a point out of this match. Much like the Liverpool game, I think we deserve more. I'll say we were unlucky. It just happens like that sometimes. But I have to say, we've played very well. We have. We've done very well in the last few matches. If we can go and get anything out of Manchester United next time out, I will be mightily impressed. Well, Man City won their game in hand, and I think if we go and lose against Ollie's Man United today, we've got a very slim chance of qualifying for the Champions League. But something that we didn't do last year, and we have already done with 4 games to go, we've qualified for the Europa Conference League, which is a brilliant achievement. You can see how we've really come forward this year. We should qualify for the Europa League. I mean, you never know. But we could do with getting something out of Manchester United today. It will be unbelievably difficult. Just the one change is the last match. Marcus Edwards comes back into the team. Not over keen with what Iwobi's done. I think we'll bring Lorenzo on at half-time as well. He is fit. He's a player that's doing fairly well. It's just that ultimately he's not got that match sharpness. But if he plays half an hour here, that won't affect anything. As you can see, if it ends like this with a draw, we're going to be 1 point above Man City with 2 games in hand for them. It's unlikely that we're going to do anything. We need to watch out for Bournemouth as well, because if we lose today, Bournemouth have got... Oh, they must have played yesterday then. They've played... No. They've got a game this weekend. That's right. But, we need to get something out of Manchester United today, I think. It might be a good idea to come back a little bit in terms of a balanced mentality rather than too positive, because Man United are a very, very good side. Deji Satona, though, on the wing still, puts it in. I mean, bit of a cross/shot there, bit of both. Man United are definitely dominating possession, so it might be a good idea to go back to a bit of cautious play. Oh, why don't I read these things before I do them? That's annoying. Livramento picked up a knock, so we've brought Henry Lawrence on. Why? What was the point of that? I don't really get what the point was of that, but oh well. We've had a very quiet first half. I know it's not really what you guys want to see, but I will certainly... Here we go. No, okay, not for now, but it's not what you guys want to see. I appreciate that, but I would take a 0-0. Ain't going to happen though, is it? It's 1-0 to Manchester United. I don't think we've had a 0-0 against a big team. I can't remember one. We've had ones, of course, where the other team have come to our place and defended for a 0-0. We ought to learn how to do that. But, again, I can't see us getting anything out of Manchester United today. You have to say that, really, we should have got 3 points out of Bournemouth. And our failure to do that is probably going to lead to us not getting 4th place in the league. Unfortunate. Let's see what Manchester City do. The problem is, they've effectively got an extra point already given their goal difference. They go and win both of their games in hand, and they're 6 points clear with 3 to go. As I said, they've really got the extra point because of their goal difference. So we could do with getting something today. Reece Nelson, 1-1 with the keeper. That was so tame, it was unbelievable. I do think it came off the Manchester United defender, to be fair. Let's go attacking again. We've not really got any option but not to do that. Sorry. Paulo Dybala, Godfrey gets a tackle in, but Jordan Pickford can't save the shot from Marcus Rashford. And I think we just have to sit in our chair and be honest that, yeah, we're going to have to take this. If you look at this terribly and look at it incredibly negatively, we'll have 3 games without a win after this. If you look at it positively, we've lost to Man City and Man United, and we probably deserved to. But we played very well against Bournemouth, played very well against Liverpool. But ultimately, we could be doing better. That is a lovely return for Lorenzo Chevalier. I didn't say much about bringing him on. I didn't intend to. I tend to do it on the quiet. And lovely to see him back. He scored 10 for the season now. At 2-1, this game isn't over. This is where Manchester United completely go and poo-poo on my parade and win this match 3-1. Or at least make it 3-1. Deji Satona to Lorenzo. Lorenzo through to Reece Nelson. He shoots. That feels like it could have been the chance. Let's pass into space. Let's be a bit more direct. Again, it's not going to hurt. We've got another substitution to use. We'll put Alex Iwobi on the right. Oh, no, we haven't. Okay, we brought Sakari on. I completely forgot about that. Sorry. Can we get a goal back? Can we make it 2 each? Every point counts, ultimately, here. Every point is going to be so important. I think it'll probably end up 3-1 to Manchester United more likely than 2 each. Nelson's certainly trying his best, though, in the rest of the side. Satona, former Man United youngster, remember. I'm sure there's nothing he'd love more than to beat his old crowd. 10 minutes to go here. I don't think it's going to happen. You never know, though. A bit like against Liverpool. We'll go for it. And if we do end up losing, well, again, we've played well, but I'm not a very... For those of you who know me in real life, I'm not a very optimistic person. But when it comes to FM this year, surprisingly, my Everton side can do no wrong. Can you blame me, though, really? We've been brilliant. Deji Satona hoofs the ball through to Reece Nelson. He puts it into Sam Atkinson, who makes it 2 each. Woo-hoo! Wow! Wow, wow, wow. And it's an Everton youngster who makes it 2 each. Don't worry. I am going to move my hands off my face in a minute, put it on the mouse and put us on ultra defensive. Sam Atkinson scores. Right. Oh, no. Oh, God. No, please. I thought it would have waited a second. But my fear is that United are going to go... After all that, United are going to go and score. Doing all of this tactical work could mean absolutely nothing. So, we'll watch the highlights. Oh, no. I mean, surely the players wouldn't be stupid enough to... It's offside. I thought that was going in from Marcus Rashford there. I really did. Okay. Right, defensive fullbacks. In fact, no nonsense fullbacks. That's what I'd say. Bring Viviani back to a defensive midfielder. Maybe put Lorenzo in there quite happily. Bring these guys back to wingers on support and make Nelson a deep line forward on support. Again, I just really want to get something out of this game now, desperately. Let's see. Let's just shout, encourage the lads, boost the morale, and let's go and get a scrappy point out of United. And I think we're going to do it. Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Sam Atkinson deserves man of the match. I mean, Lorenzo played bloody well to get that goal, but Sam Atkinson, I know he only had to tap it in, but I don't care. I think Jordan Pickford got man of the match in the end. What a performance that was. Absolutely tremendous. It's only a point, but every point counts. It just puts that bit more pressure on Man City, knowing they've got to win. You know, well, sure, they can draw both of their games, fair comment, but it just gives them a bit more pressure. Their games in hand aren't matches that they're definitely going to win. West Ham and Tottenham, I mean, you'd suggest they'd beat West Ham probably, but you just never know. The Premier League's such a funny place, and looking, they drew against Bournemouth, they drew against Stoke, they don't like the smaller teams. Let's ignore they beat Crystal Palace 3-0. Again, they drew against the Albion 1-each, they've drawn against Norwich 1-each. They like a draw to Man City, and hopefully they can get a few more. I think if City win the next two games, it's probably all over for us. But I'll still come back tomorrow for that match, the 3 matches against Newcastle, Sheffield United and the Villa. Bournemouth are a team to watch out for as well. We have actually got into 6th now, haven't we? Have we? Yes, we have. Leeds are 13 points behind with 3 games to go. So I think 6th place do get Europa League football. So I think although for some reason the game hasn't recognised it, we have qualified for Europa League football now, which is excellent. But we are looking to qualify for the Europa League proper, or even the Champions League. I can't see it, but stranger things have happened. 2 good points there. Should have got 3 against Bournemouth, but getting that point against Manchester United was a real saviour. If you've enjoyed that, make sure to leave a like down below. Comment your thoughts as well, and subscribe for regular Football Manager content. And we'll be back tomorrow with the climax of our first full season with Everton. If we can get into the Champions League, what a story that'd be. Thanks for watching. I've been TIJ Gaming, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye for now.